Hi guys! So these mail-in DNA tests are all the rage right now, and I have to be honest with you, I am a little curious as to what my DNA results are gonna be. So today is the day, and I am just gonna do it in front of you, with you guys, and we will get the results together. Okay, you guys, this already looks a little intimidating to me. I'm like, what in the world is this? And it comes with this thing that I guess you're supposed to spit in, and that's how they collect your DNA, right? But the line is so high, that's like a lot of spit. All right, well, here goes. Oh my God, that went nowhere. I'm gonna be here forever. Wait a minute! Do the bubbles count? It's all the way filled up to the line, and then now I'm just gonna close this top. And I guess there's like some solution on top that's gonna preserve my DNA. There we go. Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, do I shake it? Oh wow, yeah, look at that. And then I unscrew the top. There we go, this is relatively easy. What does that smell like? Okay, and then I'm just gonna screw this top on here. All right, you guys, so I'm just gonna take this vial, I'm gonna mail it in, and then in a couple of weeks, I'll get the results and I'll share them with you guys. This is gonna be exciting. All right, you guys, it's been 4 weeks. I got my results, and here's what I found. My ancestry confirmed some things that I already knew. My mom is Black, and she's from the Bahamas. That's where, you know, her roots came from. And my dad's white, and I always knew that I had some European Irish blood. So this testing is basically a DNA testing. And what was so surprising to me was how thorough and in-depth this test is. I mean, it went deep. And deep, and deep, and deep. So my European traits, right, there's a huge percentage, but it like broke it down from British to Irish, German to French to Scandinavian. It was just like, wow. And the same thing on my mom's side, it started from Africa to West Africa and Nigerian. Put up my Nigerians. I mean, one of my really, really good friends is Nigerian, and Ghana. It's just so amazing to really know the fine details of where your ancestors were from. One of the main reasons why I wanted to do this is because as I've gotten older, I've been more intrigued with who I am, where I came from. And I've always known some information about my mom's side, but I didn't know a lot about my dad's side because my dad is white, and when my mom and my dad, when they got married, on my dad's side, there wasn't a lot of support until now. One thing that I love about social media is I ended up finding, or they ended up finding me, some family members on my dad's side that wanted to communicate and wanted to get to know me. And I actually met my second cousin. And she just started to, you know, unload some information that was just so mind-blowing to me. And prior to, I hadn't known anything. But now that we're older and I have second cousins that are older, we were able to get into communication with one another. Just learning more about my history and now having confirmation through my DNA that I have both sides of me that are just badass. You know, and that explains why I am such a go-getter and why I'm just so aggressive in whatever I want, and I just don't give up, because half of me is British and Irish. The Irish, they actually migrated over to America because of famine, because of starvation. Instead of giving up, they left their comfort zone and migrated over. And I've learned that they have such this incredible history of strength and courage. And then I have Africans who have gone through so much when it comes, I don't know, I'm about to cry. I'm sorry. It's just now I see why my ancestors are so strong to overcome slavery and racism and segregation. And then to be able to have my mom and my dad blend together to make me maybe that's why I'm just a very generous, loving, kind person, because my ancestors live in me and I just have a lot of gratitude for them. So in addition to ancestry information, you can also get health information. And at first, I was really nervous about receiving this because you just never really know what is going to be revealed. But again, as I've gotten older, I'm really starting to believe that knowledge is power. So the more information I know, even though sometimes that can be scary, the better. So you can do something about it. My results said slightly increased risk for late onset Alzheimer's. I got chills because my great-grandmother, she actually passed from Alzheimer's, and she ended up getting it when she was in her 90s. She passed at 93 or 94. She had an incredible life, but she didn't really recognize anybody before she died. So I just think that that's just so interesting how with my DNA, it's suggesting that there's a slightly risk there. But again, with that information, I now can do whatever I need to do to try to prevent that from happening. Another thing that was interesting was type 2 diabetes was typical likelihood. That's not really new news to me, but it's actually a fair warning because with Cairo and my pregnancy, I had gestational diabetes. And I was so shocked that I had it. What? Me? Gestational diabetes? Now seeing it in this DNA test, it's not shocking to me because, I had it already. What I love about this test is after kind of giving you this information, they just don't leave you and say, oh, there you go. They actually give you homework to do. So if you want to work on this, this is what you need to do. Exercise 5 times a week, don't eat fried foods, etc. This is another example about how knowledge is power. Another thing that's really cool about this testing is they'll give you these random interesting facts, right? So my ancestors are 158% more likely to run a marathon, which relates because a lot of my cousins and just family members were athletes. Maybe that explains whenever I'm like working out in the gym, the trainer's always like, man, Tia, you could have been a great runner. I'm like, really? It makes sense now. I guess my body, my genetic makeup is great for sports. But, I didn't go there. I'm an actress. Let me know in the comments below if you've done any of these testings and let me know what you've found. I actually heard that there are some people who have found relatives that they didn't even know they had. So if you enjoyed hearing about my ancestry and want to know more about my background, click this video here to know more about my experiences growing up biracial. I'll see you over there. Bye, guys.